Well, the storm sure developed across the entire area this afternoon. Look at the 3D satellite showing the clouds just blossoming across the entire region. And so it's going to be a while before they go away. The rain will head away first, and we've been seeing the rain lightening up quite a bit along the coastal counties. But there are going to be some persistent lighter rains for a while, maybe another hour to hour and a half in some locations. A little bit further west, it will rain a little heavier at times. Ridgeland still seeing some light to moderate rain. Looks like it's come to an end now in Hampton, so you'll get a chance to dry out. Further south in Savannah, we have some steady rains to go here for another hour, hour and a half. But it's not going to rain hard enough to produce anything significant in terms of flooding. To the south, we are looking at a continuation of some lighter rain heading down through Liberty and McIntosh counties. Again, this will gradually taper off too. Now further west, where we had a little later start to the storms, we're still having some pockets of heavy rain. Now it is getting lighter around Alma and for the most part around Hazelhurst and Baxley. Still with some recent heavy rains, there's a flood advisory in effect. A flood advisory means you could see some minor flooding of some roadways out there, so it'll allow a little extra time to reach your destination. That advisory in effect until 6:45 p.m. Now, a little further north, we do have a storm that is impacting areas mainly just west of Vidalia in northern Montgomery County. This is producing a lot of heavy rain and lightning, and that will continue for a while. So if you're going to be happening traveling in this direction, use a little extra caution there. Elsewhere, things are getting more stable, and we're not going to see that much more in the way of thunder. So we look at this last pocket of heavy rain. That goes away pretty quickly this evening. And by 9 o'clock, we're just looking at some lingering clouds. Those clouds then thin out as we head through the overnight, and by 7 a.m. our skies should be mostly clear. Another hot and sticky day on tap for tomorrow, and there could be a shower or storm develop in the afternoon through 4 o'clock, but because the atmosphere is so worked over today, I think the chances tomorrow will be less, or at least the coverage should be a lot less. On a side note, Tropical Storm Dolly was named today down in the southern Gulf of Mexico. It's going to be moving onshore of Mexico as we head through tonight, and then it'll dissipate there over the mountains. It's going to produce a lot of very heavy rain in Mexico. Now for us tomorrow, we'll wake up to temperature about 74 under partly cloudy skies. In the afternoon, your average high getting up to 92, and there will be that possibility of a downpour. Here are your upcoming tides. High tide late tonight, 2:44. Next high tide tomorrow afternoon at 3:26. Meanwhile, out on the water, actually have pretty good boating conditions coming up. Wind and seas will be fairly light as we head through the rest of your week. Now let's check out what's happening with your latest pollen report. We have weed and grass pollen moderate, and mold is showing up as moderate too. We'll look ahead to your weekend forecast. We don't see much change in this pattern, so what you have is just about what you've got. We'll have high temperatures just above 90 with a possible storm in the afternoons. Just kind of a random hit and miss thing. Some days you get more than others, like today. We happen to have a lot of rain around in the afternoon. Your entire Storm Tracker 7-day forecast, we don't have any real cold fronts coming around to sweep stuff out, so not much of a change in our weather pattern coming up, although it does look like a little bit less chance of rain coming up Thursday and Friday, but overall fairly seasonable heading all the way into the beginning of next week.